So today we will continue grammar, chapter 3, the phrase, and we will start on page 54. Participles. Verbals are formed from verbs and are used as adjectives, nouns, or adverbs. One kind of verbal is the participle. A participle is a verb form that can be used as an adjective. Two kinds of participles are present participles and past participles. Examples: smiling, the winner accepted the trophy. Smiling, the present participle form of the verb smile, modifies the noun winner. The old dented scooter was still reliable. Dented, the past participle form of the verb dent, modifies the noun scooter. Exercise A, underline the participle in each of the following sentences, then circle the noun it modifies. Example: the thrashing winds of the tropical storm damaged our city park. Thrashing is the participle and it modifies the noun winds. Let's do number 1. Our excited meteorologist told us that the storm's name was Clive. Excited is the participle and it modifies the noun meteorologist. Let's do number 2. It was the worst storm in recorded history to reach our town. Recorded is the participle and it modifies the noun history. Page 55, participial phrases. A participial phrase consists of a participle and any modifiers or complements the participle has. The entire phrase is used as an adjective. Examples: donning her mask, the catcher prepared for the big game. The participial phrase modifies the noun catcher. The noun mask is the direct object of the present participle donning. News reported by the tabloids is often fictitious. The participial phrase modifies the noun news. The adverb phrase by the tabloids modifies the past participle reported. Exercise A. In the following sentences, circle the word that each underlined participial phrase modifies and draw an arrow from the participial phrase to the word it modifies. Example: standing at home plate, Jesus faced the pitcher. Standing at home plate is the participial phrase and it modifies the word Jesus. Let's do number 1. This bowl, carved in the hills of Tennessee, is unique. Carved in the hills of Tennessee modifies the word bowl. And number 2, chopping the carrots quickly, the chef finished the stew. Chopping the carrots quickly modifies the noun chef. Exercise B, underline each participial phrase once and the word it modifies twice. Example: grown in most countries, the potato is popular. Grown in most countries is the participial phrase and it modifies the word potato. Let's do number 11 together. The potato, first cultivated in South America, is a versatile food. First cultivated in South America is the participial phrase and it modifies the word potato. All right, let's go to the next page, 56. This is just more practice for participles and participial phrases. In each of the following sentences in the exercise, each of the following sentences contains a participial phrase. Underline the participial phrase once, then draw an arrow from the participial phrase to the word or word it modifies. Example: everyone has read stories of knights made famous for brave deeds. Made famous for brave deeds is the participial phrase, and it modifies the word knights. Number 1, few people know about the process required to become a knight. Required to become a knight modifies the word process. Let's do number 2. By the 12th century, a program challenging to both mind and body had been developed. Challenging to both mind and body is a participial phrase, and it modifies program. All right, let's go to page 57, gerunds. Verbals are formed from verbs and are used as adjectives, nouns, or adverbs. One kind of verbal is the gerund. A gerund is a verb form that ends in ing, and it is used as a noun. Examples: swimming exercises every major muscle. Swimming, formed from the verb swim, is the subject of the verb exercises. Before running, I'd like to do some stretches. Running, formed from the verb run, is the object of the preposition before. In the following sentences, underline the gerund. Then tell if it's a subject or predicate nominative, a direct object, an indirect object, or an object of preposition. Example: Mario likes diving best of all sports. Diving is the gerund, and here it is used as a direct object. Let's do number 1. Swimming, another aquatic sport, demands physical endurance. Swimming is the gerund, and in this sentence is used as the subject. Number 2, a more leisurely form of exercise is walking. Walking is the gerund, and is used as a predicate nominative in this sentence. Number 3, although it may seem leisurely, sailing also requires strength. Sailing is the gerund, and in this sentence is the subject. All right, let's go to page 58. Gerund phrases. A gerund phrase consists of a gerund and any modifiers or complements the gerund has. The entire phrase is used as a noun. Examples: my grandfather and his friends enjoy swimming at the beach. The gerund phrase is the direct object of the verb enjoy. Enjoy what? Swimming at the beach. The growling of the chained dogs made me uneasy. The gerund phrase is the subject of the verb made. Underline in the following exercise, underline the gerund phrase in each of the following sentences. Then identify its function in the sentence by writing if it's subject, predicate, nominative, indirect object, direct object, or object of preposition. Example: we eagerly anticipated diving into the icy water. Diving into the icy water is the gerund phrase, and in this sentence is used as a direct object. Let's do number 1. Jumping out of airplanes sounds scary to me. Jumping out of airplanes is the gerund phrase, and here in this sentence is used as the subject. Number 2, our reason for calling you is to invite you to our graduation. Calling you is the gerund phrase, and in this sentence is the object of the preposition. And number 3, I don't mind shoveling snow once in a while. Shoveling snow once in a while is the gerund phrase, and in this sentence is used as a direct object. All right, and on page 59 is more practice with gerunds and gerund phrases. Exercise A, you have to underline the gerund or gerund phrase, then identify its subject according to if it's the subject, the predicate nominative, direct object, or object of preposition. Example: stargazing is a popular hobby among many people. Stargazing is the gerund, and here it's used as the subject. Let's do number 1. Buying a good telescope is a good way to get started. Buying a telescope is the gerund phrase, and in this sentence it is used as the sentence. Number 2, also, many colleges have a practice of opening their observatories to the public. Opening their observatories to the public is the gerund phrase, and in this sentence it is used as an object of preposition. Okay, let's go to page 60. Participial and gerund phrases. Gerunds and present participles both end in ing. Do not confuse a gerund, which is used as a noun, with a present participle which may be used as an adjective or as part of a verb phrase. Examples: I always love skiing in Colorado. Skiing in Colorado is a gerund phrase used as direct object of the verb love. You love what? Skiing in Colorado. I hurt my ankle last year skiing in Colorado. Skiing in Colorado is a participial phrase modifying the pronoun I. And finally, this year we are skiing in Colorado during the winter holiday. Skiing is used as part of the verb phrase are skiing. So in the following exercise, decide if the underlined word group is a gerund phrase or a participial phrase. Then above the underlined word or words, write G for gerund or P for participial. Example: winning the drama award thrilled my sister. Winning the drama award is a gerund phrase. Let's do number one. Eating out in Tokyo is fun. Eating out in Tokyo is a gerund phrase. Let's do number two. The problem is choosing among so many different restaurants. Choosing among so many different restaurants is a gerund phrase. All right, page 61. Infinitives. Verbals are formed from verbs and are used as adjectives, nouns, or adverbs. One kind of verbal is the infinitive. An infinitive is a verb form that can be used as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. Most infinitives begin with to. Examples: often the best strategy is to forgive. To forgive is used as a noun, a predicate nominative identifying the subject strategy. The next example: this is the chapter to study. To study is used as an adjective modifying the noun chapter. And the final example: my sister is willing to help. To help is used as an adverb modifying the adjective willing. Exercise A: underline the infinitives and then identify how the infinitive is used by writing subject, direct object. Example: a well-equipped study area needs to have all supplies handy. To have is the infinitive, and in this sentence is used as a direct object. Let's do number one. I like to keep my stapler and tape right at hand. To keep is the infinitive, and in this sentence is a direct object. Number two, the dictionary is on the next shelf, ready to answer my questions about spelling. To answer is the infinitive, and in this sentence is used as an adverb. All right, page 62. Infinitive phrases. The infinitive phrase consists of an infinitive and any modifiers or complements the infinitive has. The entire phrase can be used as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. Examples: Ada Mae needs to leave now. The infinitive phrase is used as a noun, the direct object of the verb needs. The infinitive to leave is modified by the adverb noun. Next, the nightlight is there to calm the children. The infinitive phrase is used as an adverb modifying the adverb there. Children is the direct object of the infinitive to calm. Exercise A: underline the infinitive phrase and identify the phrase's function by writing above it S for subject, PN for predicate nominative, DO for direct object, ADJ for adjective, and ADV for adverb. Example: most high school students have an opportunity to read Shakespeare. To read Shakespeare is the infinitive phrase, and in this sentence is used as an adjective. Let's do number one. For some, the attempt to understand his writing is a challenge. To understand his writing is the infinitive phrase and is used as an adjective. Number two, they find it hard to understand the 16th century expressions. To understand the 16th century expressions is the infinitive phrase, and in this sentence it's used as an adverb. And number 3, however, most people like to see the plays performed. To see the plays performed is the infinitive phrase, and in this sentence is used as the direct object. All right, let's go to page 64, verbal phrases. In exercise A, you're going to underline the verbal phrases in the following sentences. And then you're going to identify the phrase by writing PP for participial phrase, GP for gerund phrase, IP for infinitive, above the underlying words. Example, consumed hot or cold by a third of the world's population. Coffee is a drink with an interesting history. Consumed hot or cold is a participial phrase. Let's do number 1. Learning about the history of coffee led me to the conclusion that coffee hasn't been around forever. Learning about the history of coffee is a gerund phrase. Number 2, the story is that about 850 AD, an Arab goatherd noticed his goats acting strangely. Acting strangely is the verbal phrase, and it's a participial phrase. And finally, number 3, investigating the goat's behavior. Caldi tested the berries of a bush the goats had been eating. Investigating the goat's behavior is the phrase, and it's a participial phrase. All right, that concludes our grammar lesson today. We will stop on page 64. Please complete your pages to make sure you have your homework done.